Today is my March book haul. I've got 25 books to show you today. Apologies if you've seen a couple of these before. I'm trying to remember which ones I'd shown already. I'm going to put these in price descending order. So at the most expensive books that I've bought in this month were these three books that are part of Blackwater by Michael McDowell. These books are 2, 3, and 4 in the series. I'm still looking for 1, 5, and 6. All of these cost me between kind of like £5 and I think about £12 each. Not easy to find, not very cheap, but I'm really looking forward to getting into some Michael McDowell and some Blackwater. I'm hoping to start that maybe next October for Halloween, but I still have a few of the books to track down before then. Next up, I bought a book. It was a half price sale on Amazon, and it is by Jordan Peele, and it is Out There Screaming. So he is the director of Nope and Get Out. And yeah, so this is a short story horror collection that really tries to highlight some Black authors. And yeah, for half price for a brand new hardback, I thought that's got to be worth a go. Next is a few books that people will say I definitely should already own, but I didn't. We've got here by Lord Dunsany. This is the King of Elfland's Daughter. It's a classic fantasy that I have not read that I should really read. I managed to pick this up for about £8 or $10. It's the Fantasy Masterworks version, the older format that I really enjoy. A book that was recommended to me over on Cliff's channel from Cliff's Dark Gems. If you haven't been over there, please go and check him out if you're into horror. Was Weave World by Clive Barker. He had this copy on his live stream. He showed it to me. It was so beautiful. I had to go and find it. I think I paid about £6 for that one shipped. So not too bad, about $7.50. Next up is The Forever War by Joe Haldeman. Now this is a sci-fi masterworks, the Black Spine edition. Yeah, this one probably cost me about £4.50, £5. But it is really, really nice condition, and I really enjoy that format of the older sci-fi masterworks. I have yet to track down a copy of Hyperion, but I did see a cheap copy of Fall of Hyperion, and I managed to get this for just under or about £4. Yeah, it's a bit longer than I was expecting actually from the sequel, but yeah, hopefully I can find a copy of Hyperion. It is the Yellow Spine SF Masterworks this time for this one. Almost forgot to mention some books that were quite expensive. These all cost me about £9.50 each, or about $11–12. And that is the 4 books in the Malazan Book of the Fallen that I didn't have already. So you've got here Reaper's Gale, Toll of the Hounds, Dust of Dreams, and The Crippled God. I am struggling to hold these up because these actually represent around 5,000 pages. Each are about 12 to 1250 pages long, because this series gets incredibly long towards the end. Yeah, I managed to pick these all up for less than £10 each new, so I needed them because I'm reading Gardens of the Moon at the moment. I'm loving it, so therefore I need to have all the books on my shelf, otherwise I can't be happy. Next up, a series of paperbacks that cost me around £4. First one is Death World #1, because I managed to pick up Death World 2 and 3 for a very cheap price. We don't pay about £5 for the 2 of them, but didn't have Death World 1 by Harry Harrison, so I picked up a copy of that just so the trilogy is complete. A book I've been recommended plenty of times by an author I can't believe I still haven't read, but he is on the list. I do promise. He's on my 2025 list for sure. Ray Bradbury, Something Wicked This Way Comes. I managed to find this paperback copy here. I really love the cover for this. Yeah, it cost me about £4, as did the next one, Washington Irving. Yeah, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow is a story I would love to read. Might be on my 2025 Halloween reads, or it might be on a 2026. We'll see. There are lots of books vying for those spots at the moment. A Dune book I didn't have already was God, Emperor of Dune. This paperback is almost perfect condition for its age. It is one of the earlier releases of the book. Yeah, so for just under £4, it was definitely worth picking up. Next up, some books I picked up for £3 a piece, or about $3.50. First up is Jack Vance, The Dragon Masters. It was a Hugo Award-winning novel, this one. As you can see there, it's a little slight paperback, pretty good condition for its age. One book that wasn't in good condition, but I had to pick up because it's Captain Blood. It's the Fortunes of Captain Blood. This you will never see over in the UK very often. Yeah, it sold for 20p back in the day. I can see it. So this is old pans. I think these were like 70s, early 70s that these paperbacks come out. Hard to find these in good condition. Captain Blood for £3. Another classic sci-fi, Childhood's End by Arthur C. Clarke. Bit of spine fade on this one, a bit of cracking. But other than that, it's in very, very readable condition. £3, not a bad price for that. And then finally, I'm going to finish with 6 books I paid £1 only. So $1.25 per book. Look, book 1, this is Princess of Mars. So book 1 in John Carter of Mars series by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Not bad for £1. Also, is book 6, I believe. Yeah, book 6. The Mastermind of Mars. Great covers, these. John Carter of Mars, which is book 11 in the series, also £1. Penguin Classic, Orange Spine Penguin Classic. That's Jerome K. Jerome's 3 Men in a Boat. Mark over at Book Time with Elvis. He's a big fan of this novel, and when I saw it for £1, I thought I have to do it. Then a couple of more modern books. We've got Jamaica Inn by Daphne du Maurier. That was just £1. Looked like Harley and Red, so I thought I'd pick it up. And then one that's been very talked about on Booktube is Mexican Gothic. I saw this for £1, and it comes so highly praised by fans of thrillers and fans of horror. I thought I'd pick it up for £1. So that's all the books I hauled in March. As you can tell, 25 books. I paid a fair bit because those first kind of like half a dozen books were all about kind of £8 to £10 a piece. But as you can see, I did manage to pick up plenty of kind of £1 specials as well to bulk it up. So not too expensive in the end, though the shelves are starting to get a little fuller. We'll see if we can kind of repeat that many books in April. I doubt it. Let me know any books you picked up in March in the comments below.